I'm calling this one Heretic Eyes. A heretic is someone who is usually against the establishment. But in fact, the word heresis just simply describes a sect, a group that happens to believe something different from maybe another group, a heresis or sect. The words that we've inherited sound like the heretic is an evil person or some kind of a disobedient person, but in fact it's not that at all. In fact, Yahusha was considered to be a heretic by the teaching authority that he grew up among as a man. Heretic eyes. It can be taken so many ways. I think I have a perspective too that Yahusha has given me that's different. Today I'd like to talk about the language and the script that people have adopted as modern Hebrew. Do you think Aramaic is Hebrew? The Aramaic script was brought back from the land of Babel, the captors. It's the script of the captors. And it was brought back with excitement and comprehension by the Yahudim who had been captive for over 70 years, living in Babel. But after Darius, the Mede, conquered Babel and killed Belshazzar, he set up his reign. Nehemiah, they call him Nehemiah. He's a prophet. And his contemporaries were Ezra and other prophets that you're familiar with. Like Daniel. Daniel would be an older man in his day. But Nehemiah was a prophet. And he served under Darius, who is the same person as Artaxerxes. That's what they call him. If you just look at Ezra chapter 6 and Ezra chapter 7. The exile and return of Yehuda that had been taken into Babel for 70 years was prophesied by Yirmiyahu, or Jeremiah, the prophet. And Daniel read the prophet Jeremiah, or Yirmiyahu, and actually saw that the prophet had predicted how long they would be in Babel. So picking up with the book of Nehemiah after Daniel is a logical progression. Nehemiah should follow Daniel because that's what happened next. While in captivity in Babel, the name of Yahuwah was being blasphemed by the inhabitants of Babel. They were saying his name in a taunting way and accusing the Yahudim of being Yahu's. And this sounded bad to them, so they said, let's not say his name. That's where it really started to become really difficult for people to, speak the name. So this blasphemy of Yahusha's name propelled these people, and the captives started to unhappily make the name outlawed so that even they would forget it. So the new sovereign of Babel was noticing that Nehemiah was sad to the point where his mood was so depressed that the sovereign asked him about it. Said, "What's wrong? You seem to be healthy, but you're so sad looking. What can I do?" See, this was the compassionate sovereign. And he issued an edict after he heard the reason for Nehemiah's sadness, that he would pay for the rebuilding of the temple and the city walls. And he issued an edict in the form of a little corn cob. It's about this big. The edict was duplicated and sent around the territory, and it looked somewhat like a corn cob. And it was written in Akkadian script. About 10% of the Yahudim returned to rebuild, the temple and the walls of Jerusalem. Now, ever since the Babylonian captivity ended, people used their former captive script, Aramaic, or Aramith. Aramaic is another form, and they call it modern Hebrew. Yahusha is coming soon to cleanse the errors very soon, and he's going to correct the speech. People will call on his name, and his name will be written on the bells of the horses and the pots that people cook in. Well, thanks for watching this, and we'll see you in the next exciting video. Bye.